All right, what's good, family? Shalom to the hopeful elect out there. Giving all praise, Bahasham Shah. There's the book of Joel right here, chapter 3. I'm sorry, right here at verse 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahawah, Bahasham, Shah, and I want to say shalom to you hopeful elect brothers out there that scattered across to the four corners of the earth, that's preaching and trucking every single day through the spirit and power of Yahawah, Bahasham, Shah, trying to get this truth out. Shalom to you brothers out there, and I'm going to do a part 2 to this. I'm going to title this one right here. Yahawah, Bahasham, Shah is about to deliver his people its own World War III. Yahawah, Bahasham, Shah is about to deliver his people, man, its own World War III. And y'all saw the title of that article right here. Automatic registration for U.S. military draft to begin in December. There's a lot going on. So much going on. You got that Iran war, Iran, Mystery Babylon, Israel. There's just so much going on, man, that you can't even keep up. But what we do know spiritually is that we are at the end of the book. We are at the book of Revelations. You know, we are about to, get blowback. Mystery Babylon is about to get blowback. They had that ceasefire for about 2 weeks. So, I had put up 2 videos. I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday, and I pretty much titled it, keep your eyes open. I'm trying to, tell everybody, hey, keep your eyes open. Because these devils know that their time is short. That's just temporary. Yes, the Strait of Hormuz, they claim that it's open, but this is temporary. There's not really a deal in place. So something could still blow with this 2-week ceasefire. And knowing Esau Edom lies. So, something could, happen. Nero could just lose his fucking mind and just do something stupid, blow up Iran or something. And then guess what? Hey, it's on. It's on already. It's gonna really be on. But hey, we are on Yahawah Bahasham Shah's watch, so we'll see what Yahawah Bahasham Shah has in store. But Yahawah Bahasham Shah is about to deliver his people. So everybody here, that's 18 to 25 is gonna be automatically registered with the selective service. Because Mystery Babylon is getting their ass kicked. Even though, this Western media, is full of shit. They're talking about, with Mystery Babylon, they're over here doing this, and, they beating out Iran and Trump, over here lying too, because that's what these devils are, liars. And then you got Iran out there making, these Lego AI videos trying to let the entire world know, that Mystery Babylon, is getting it handed, to them. They getting it handed to them. And even scripture says that, that Mystery Babylon has fallen, and let the weak say that I am strong. Scripture says that. And Mystery Babylon is going to go down. But see, these devils, they want to control prophecy. They cannot control prophecy. That's why these devils are going to be exterminated, because they want to be Yahawah Bahasham Shah. They want to control the entire script. When in actuality, they don't control the entire script. Yahawah Bahasham Shah is putting it inside modern day Pharaoh's mind, which is Trump, who is Nero, reincarnated, put it in his mind to do the will of Yahawah Bahasham Shah. And what is that? To destroy Mystery Babylon, And then there's going to come a point where all nations are going to go down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, like I was reading here. Because like I titled this, Yahawah Bahasham Shah is about to deliver his people, because the captivity of the biblical Israelites is up. You Negro, Spanish, and Native Indians, your time is up. That's why these chariots are present, even though that these devils trying to spray the skies and they can't cover them, because these chariots, they're gonna get lower and lower and lower and lower. They're gonna be so visible, and these devils know that is they ass. They ain't nothing good for them. And these devils are trying to find ways to keep themselves from going into captivity. You damn devils, you going into captivities. And Esau Edom, you going in there first. The so-called white man, you biblically read, but you going to be going in there first. I'm going to continue reading this scripture right here. So here, let me see if I want to read this. Oh yeah, right here. I'll start at verse 3 here. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. Yeah, because we went into captivity. Yeah, they was buying and selling us, man. Mystery Babylon was jumping because Israelites make kingdoms great. But guess what? The time of the heathen is done. The time of Esau Edom ruling is up. Yeah, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? Will you render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head? Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly, pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. Yeah, and that was biblical prophecy, Deuteronomy 28. That some strange people, we were going to be sold. Yeah, we was going to be, and our children was going to be, sold to a land far off. Yeah, they was going. So the Israelites, they were going to have their, kids taken from them. Yeah, and then, yeah, I mean, y'all already read it, so I don't need to, go deep into it, but yeah, but those curses were very, very deep, man. Yeah, we lost our heritage, we lost our nationality, lost our kids, lost our husbands, lost our wives. You know, y'all see what's going on. We at the very dirt bottom. But hey, Yahawashi Shah, call halal Yahawashi Shah. He's raising us up. He's raising us up. Judah's back at top. Just like I was saying earlier, Iran is making those AI Lego videos, and they made 2 of them recently. Actually, 3 of them, and it was showing Judah back at top, the so-called black man. And I know that we all different shades of brown, but yeah, we back at top because they trying to let us know. They sending the biblical nation of Israel a message that we are being raised back to the top. And that is a beautiful thing, living in these times. Yes, Yahawashi Shah is an austere power, but he's showing mercy. Because Yahawashi Shah, he didn't have to send his only begotten son, Yahawashi. And I'm just grateful for that every single day. Even having this, spirit put on me to even preach to y'all. But I don't want to get off subject right here. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whether ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for the Lord has spoken it. So the Lord is going to flip these curses. He's going to put them same curses on these heathen nations. He's going to put these same curses on these heathens that did his chosen wrong, that did his people wrong, But yeah, all you YNs, that don't want to take heed to this word, you gonna be automatically drafted, and you gonna go to World War III. Yahawashi Shah already know who's gonna be going. So so you YNs, or you 2/3 that don't want to take heed to the prophets of Yahawashi Shah, you going to World War III. Promise you. And Yahawashi Shah is going to put your ass on in there, and you going to go out in a brutal manner by Yahawashi Shah. And then when you come back into the kingdom, you're going to wish that you did not mock and scoff the prophets of Yahawashi Shah. Lord willing, I'm part of that grateful God's number. Just scrolling down to see if I want to read some of this. But I just want to say, that the way that this war that's pretty much going, shit, they might do this earlier. I could see them, doing this shit in June, because Nero done did so much damage to where, Iran, China, Russia, they all these nations, they already ready to go and destroy Mystery Babylon. But see, that's Yahawashi Shah putting the spirit on these heathen nations to be against Mystery Babylon. Because this place is the whore, the biblical whore. They shall hate the whore. And who was the whore? Mystery Babylon, which is America. Everybody hates the so-called white man, Esau Edom, the Caucasian man. All he does is kill, steal, destroy. Destroyed our people, destroyed our women. He just destroyed anything that he put his hands on. He just destroys it. Mm. Well, right here it says that women are still ineligible for the draft, even as lawmakers in the past few years have attempted to attach provisions adding women to the draft as part of the annual defense policy bill. Nah, hey, you women, you gonna be going too, and watch y'all boss y'all shy because he gonna flip the entire script because y'all gotta understand. Y'all boss y'all shy. He don't care if you a male, female, or a child. You get in the way of one of his people, and he's trying to do a wonderful, glorious work, and you get in the way, or you out there mocking and scoffing the prophets of Yahawah Shai, you mocking him, and you lived a life mocking him. Trust me, he got you jotted down. He got you jotted down, and he gonna put your ass through it. He don't care what you are. But these nations finding out, that's but see, everything that's going on, and these higher level elites know, these higher level elites know who the biblical Israelites are. But see, they about to find out, why all this stuff is, happening to them, and they finding out slowly. But they about to really find out, and these lower level Edomites and these lower level heathen nations about to find out too. So right here, Ezekiel chapter 29, Ezekiel chapter 39, I'm sorry, right here at verse 23, and the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity, because they have trespassed against me. Therefore hid I my face from them, and gave them into the hand of their enemies. So fell they all by the sword. We pissed Yahawah Shai off. We went against the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahawah Shai. We were worshiping other gods. We wanted to be like these other heathen nations. We didn't want Yahawah Shai as our king. We wanted a physical human being as our king. So much stuff that we had did, man. And that's why the biblical nation of Israel fell as hard as they had fell. But Kahalal Yahawah Shai, he is raising us back up. But these nations about to find out because things about to get more intense. And everything's tightened up. Y'all see gas prices, going up. I mean, it's kind of going down, but don't get fooled by all that. Because even though we have the 2 week ceasefire, trust me, Yahawah Shai gonna put the spirit on Nero. They're gonna hit those plans because it is the will of Yahawah Shai to destroy this place. It is the will of Yahawah Shai to destroy Mystery Babylon, for these nations to go against Mystery Babylon. So something really, really brutal and tragic is going to happen. But he's going to hit those plans, I promise you. Right here. According to their uncleanness and according to their transgressions have I done unto them, and hid my face from them. Yep. Therefore said the Lord power, now will I bring again the captivity of Jacob, and have mercy upon the whole house of Israel, and will be jealous for my holy name. That's why I had read earlier, he's about to bring all the nations down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, because we are in that time where Yahawah Shai is about to deliver his people. And he's showing mercy towards us. Yahawah Shai, he has his face turned towards us. And that's why we need to be praying to him every day, because his face is not turned towards these fucking heathens. It's turned towards the biblical nation of Israel. Cry out to him, man. And tell him what you need, man. Whether you need strength, you need an endurance, Hey, and we all going through it, and just tell him, man, hey, Yahawah Shai, it's too much, man. Hey, can you carry, some of this, for me? Hey, I think scripture says, I think it's in Matthew, I forgot what chapter it was, but basically it was talking about how, if you so burdened, pray to Yahawah Shai, about all your burdens, so that he could take some of it, from you. I forgot how that scripture go, so I have to do like a separate video on it. But yeah, just pray to Yahawah Shai, because we all going through it, man. Yeah, we all going through it. It's just gonna get worse and worse and worse. But we're going to be tested. We're going to be heavily tested. And Yahawah Shai, we're going to have to prove ourselves as friends to him. We are really going to have to prove ourselves friends to him. But you see, Yahawashi, he's flipping the entire script because these devil's times of ruling, it's done. We about to be put back in our rightful positions. And Lord willing, I get spiritual power. Lord willing, I am found worthy. After that, they have borne their shame and all their trespasses whereby they have trespassed against me when they dwelt safely in their land and none made them afraid. When I have brought them again from the people and gathered them out of their enemies' lands and have sanctified them in the sight of many nations, then they shall know that I am the Lord their power, which has caused them to be led into captivity among the heathen. But I have gathered them into their own land and have left none of them any more there. And we all going to see that Yahawashi was the one that caused us to be in this mess. He put us in this because we trespassed against Yahawashi. He gave us some laws to go and follow. We decided to go and do what we had wanted. And guess what? It's only fair that Yahawashi spanks us. But it's a terrible thing to go and fall into the hands of Yahawashi. I think Peter or Paul had said that it is a horrible thing. And we see, from generation to generation to generation being in these captivities. And especially this one, which is the worst one. Y'all see what happened to our people. That is the anger of Yahawashi. Nothing to joke with, nothing to go and play with. And you heathens about to find out. Because you touched the chosen people of Yahawashi. So what the fuck you think is going to happen to you? If Yahawashi fucked his own people up, what the hell you think is going to happen to you, Esau? You about to find out because them curses about to be put on you. It's put on you now on a lower level. But you just wait till shit really hit the fan and you going to be really bugged out. Wait till you get inside Yahawashi's kingdom when it's just straight brown-skinned people and nobody pleading for you. Just like nobody pleads for the Israelites here. You got Israelites in here falsely in prison. Israelites being pulled over by these cops falsely. Just being profiled and shit. Just wait till you get inside Yahawashi's kingdom and no one's pleading for you. You about to experience the same shit. That's why I give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahawashi, man, for these times. And for the Father Yahawah sending his only begotten son Yahawashi. Just so that we can have this truth. Have a way out of here. Have comfort. This is comfortable. Me just doing these, videos. Yes, I'm doing these videos, to get the truth out. But this is comforting me too. It's very, very comforting. This is all we need is just Yahawashi, man. This whole place was just pure hell for the Israelites. I'm going to finish it off with verse 29 here. Neither will I hide my face any more from them, for I have poured out my spirit upon the house of Israel, said the Lord power, and he's going to be with us again. There ain't going to be no more hiding his face. Just like it says here, neither will I hide my face any more from them. I've poured my spirit upon the house of Israel. He's going to be with us. He's going to protect us. Lord willing that I make it, it's going to be chariots, over the 144,000. We're going to have all kind of protection, and we ain't going to be, getting trampled by these heathens anymore. Yeah. We ain't going to be in these mortal bodies. We're going to have immortal bodies, spiritual power. We're going to be able to enjoy our families, live great. We're going to have mansions and eat real food that ain't processed and being, fucked with and shit. Yeah. This devil fuck with everything, the food, the water. Yeah. We're gonna be able to enjoy our wives and and our children, like I was saying. Everybody's gonna be back in a rightful state, and our people is gonna be acting right. They gonna be niggas out here, sagging they pants, showing their drawers and shit. Bitches out here, bitches, because our women are pretty much, just whores, man, just whores. They don't dress right and be exposing themselves. Yeah. But yeah, y'all, I was wanting to bring this out, man. Yahawashi is about to deliver his people its own World War III. I'm just going to ramp up. Giving all praise, Yahawashi, and I'll be coming to you guys with another audio clip soon. Peace.